$99.99, 4.4 stars, and 920 reviews. Fitbit Air sounds like the cleanest anti-smartwatch tracker, but the biggest complaint is hiding in the one feature people buy it for. Google Fitbit Air is a screenless activity tracker built around comfort, health tracking, and Google Health coaching. The promise is simple. Keep the insights, remove the little wrist screen that keeps begging for attention. The question is whether that trade-off feels clever or too limited. On paper, this is not trying to replace a smartwatch. It tracks fitness, heart rate, sleep, and daily health patterns, then pushes the deeper experience into the Google Health app. That matters because the product is designed to disappear on your wrist, not become another device to manage. In the main product shot, the design is basically a soft woven loop with the small tracker tucked into the band. There is no display, no big watch face, and no obvious tech rectangle. It looks closer to a bracelet than a gadget, which is the whole point. The first real feature is the screenless design. For some people, that sounds like a missing feature, but for this product, it is the pitch. You still get tracking, but without notifications, apps, and screen checking becoming the main event. This is where motion helps explain it better than specs. Fitbit Air is meant to move from work to workouts to sleep without changing how your wrist feels. The product page even frames it as quiet, lightweight, and easy to wear 24/7. The second feature is comfort, and the owner feedback strongly supports that angle. Comfort gets 79 mentions, with 73 positive and only 6 negative. Owners repeatedly describe it as barely noticeable, soft against the skin, and easy to sleep with. My take is that comfort is not a small detail here. It is the product strategy. A tracker only works if you actually wear it, especially at night. So the lightweight, screenless design makes more sense than it first appears. The third feature is battery life. Fitbit Air is rated for up to a week, and a 5-minute fast charge can give 1 day of battery. That means the charging routine should be occasional, not something you think about every night. The box photo confirms the setup is intentionally simple. You get the Google Fitbit Air tracker, the wristband, and a USB-C charging cable. No extra screen module, no complicated accessory kit, just the band, the pebble, and the charger. But here's where it gets interesting. Owners are not just praising the idea. The most repeated positives are quality, comfort, lightweight feel, usability, and battery life. That is a very specific pattern, and it matches what this product is trying to be. In real-world use, the best version of Fitbit Air is almost boring, in a good way. You put it on, it tracks quietly, and your phone becomes the place where the deeper insights live. That is very different from a watch trying to do everything from your wrist. Compared with typical screen-first trackers, Fitbit Air wins on focus. It is not asking you to swipe, tap, reply, or manage apps. The trade-off is obvious, though. If you want on-wrist controls, notifications, or a mini phone experience, this is not built for that. The product comparison image makes that positioning even clearer. Fitbit Air is listed with Bluetooth, discrete, and focused apps, up to 7 days of battery, and Android plus iOS compatibility. It sits below fuller devices by design, not by accident. Now the proof number, 4.4 stars across 920 reviews. That is not perfect, but it is strong enough to show a real audience is buying this idea. The important part is not just the score, it is what people keep repeating inside the reviews. The band swap photo shows another practical part of the design. Google says you can press the pebble in, click, and go, changing looks in seconds. Visually, the product is being positioned as something that can look casual, sporty, or sleep-friendly. Halfway point, here's the tension. I understand why people love this thing, but I would not call it a safe blind buy for everyone. The final verdict depends on whether the reported sleep tracking complaints matter more to you than the comfort. The strongest positive is quality. It has 110 customer mentions, with 93 positive and 17 negative. Owners call it a great product, a slim and lightweight band, and several specifically connect the quality to useful heart rate and health tracking. The next big positive is how easy it is to live with. Lightweight gets 68 mentions, with 67 positive. Usability gets 55 mentions, and many owners say setup is simple, the app is easy to understand, and the tracker feels beginner-friendly without being useless. The battery story is also a real strength. Battery life gets 53 mentions, with 47 positive and only 6 negative. Owners like that, it lasts long enough to forget about charging, which fits the whole screenless, low-maintenance idea. For this price, that mix actually makes sense to me. You are not paying for a tiny app platform on your wrist. You are paying for comfort, passive tracking, and the Google Health ecosystem. If that is what you want, the value argument is pretty clear. Now for the part owners dislike. Sleep tracking is the most cited drawback, with 113 mentions and a mixed split. 75 positive, 38 negative. Some owners find it useful, but others call it inaccurate or say it misses important sleep behavior. Reliability and accuracy are also mixed. Reliability has 74 mentions, almost evenly split between positive and negative. Accuracy has 60 mentions, with some owners happy and others reporting overcounted steps or missed activity, especially in specific daily situations. The Fit card shows one practical detail before we judge the complaints. The performance loop band is one size and fits wrists from 130 to 210 millimeters around. It is micro-adjustable, which helps explain why comfort feedback is so positive. So, here is the catch from the hook. Fitbit Air may be physically perfect for sleep, while sleep tracking is still the most disputed feature. That is the frustrating contradiction. The band can be comfortable enough to wear overnight, but the data may not satisfy everyone. Before the verdict, one more thing matters: Google Health Premium. The product includes a 3-month trial at no cost, but the deeper AI-powered coaching is a separate subscription after that. So do not treat every coaching feature as permanently free. The battery image makes the everyday appeal very obvious. It says up to a week of battery life, with 1 day from a 5-minute charge. If you hate charging wearables, this is one of the cleanest arguments for choosing this over a more powerful watch. Know this before buying. It is screenless by design, not because a screen was forgotten. That is great if you want fewer distractions. It is a problem if you want notifications, music controls, maps, or quick stats directly on your wrist. Also know that Google Health is a major part of the experience. The premium card mentions personalized coaching, adaptive fitness plans, detailed sleep insights, and medical record summaries. Those can be powerful, but the subscription requirement changes the long-term value calculation. So, who should buy it? Fitbit Air makes the most sense for someone who wants a quiet health tracker, all-day comfort, strong battery life, and no extra screen fighting for attention. Skip it if sleep data accuracy is your top priority. My verdict: Google Fitbit Air is a smart buy for screen-free health tracking, especially at $99.99 if you understand the sleep tracking risk. I like the concept because the product knows what it is. It is not trying to be a smartwatch, and that restraint is its biggest strength. If this helped you decide, hit like so more people get a clear, no fake testing review. Subscribe for more product breakdowns built from real specs, real owner feedback, and the details that actually matter before you buy.